Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for technically the start of a LEGO build. My name is Zach and this is going to be the announcement for my biggest project ever, and I'm super excited about it. Now, in terms of the grand scale, yeah, I've got the whole city, the huge Hogwarts display and stuff like that. If my camera doesn't like focusing on my face, my whole camera is set up for birding and birding alone. I don't have a dedicated studio camera yet, and so my camera doesn't quite know how to react that I'm not a bird. I don't know. Sometimes it bounces back and forth, but I've been teasing this for the past few videos now, and I've been doing a lot of blueprint work. Essentially, the way I do big LEGO projects, I get a book, piece of paper, multiple pieces of paper most likely, and I draw out. Here's the size. So my city. Okay, I can fit 4 buildings here, 4 buildings here, 4 foot here, and then go from there. And I can kind of adjust it that way. And that really helps build big projects. If you're starting a big mock or anything like that, having numbers and having a lot of resources around you that you can organize is your best approach. So after cutting my teeth on the city, the Hogwarts display, and all the castles. I mean, hell, there's almost 500 sets in this room. Ignore the mess of headphones behind me. My audio setup broke last night, so it's been a long few hours of trying to fix that monstrosity back there, hence the coffee cup in the corner. But essentially, I've been teasing my biggest full mock yet. Mox is my own creation, if you're not familiar with it. And I said it was based off of a book series that I'm currently reading. So I recently started reading Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I walked past it at Barnes & Noble so many times and never looked. And it's odd. It's an odd book. I will put it that to you. Very much, how do I want to put it? It's unique. My favorite book of all time is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I love the humor, I love the writing, I love the characters, all of it. This was the closest feeling that I've gotten to that book ever. Since I read that book senior year of high school, which was 9 years ago, and I adored that book, and I fell in love with this one. So it tells the story of Carl and his cat Donut. Essentially, imagine one day you're outside at 3 a.m, and everybody inside, and this is a mild spoiler, but this is what the entire story is about. Everybody in a building or a closed surface is dead. Cars, buildings, anything. So if you're outside at that random point at 3 a.m., which is what it was in, I think, Seattle, that's it. You're alive. And essentially, you have the option to go into not Hunger Games style, but a Hunger Games-esque type world where essentially you walk down into a dungeon and you compete for your life and your species' lives in a giant dungeon where every single level has a timer, boss fights. It's a little, the reason I say Hunger Games-esque is more so later in the series when you can get, sponsored and stuff like that, and people can, send you gifts and stuff like that to help you survive. But there's all different types of mobs, and the project that I've been looking at and wanting to do is I want to do a huge, boxed display. And when I mean huge, I mean this thing's going to be massive by the end, where essentially it's almost like a bookshelf, and every level is going to be a different floor. Now, it's going to be tough to do, and so essentially, first of all, the premise is Carl and his cat, Donut, go into the dungeon, and they have to basically fight for their lives, along with millions of other humans, and each level, obviously, the humanity count gets a little bit lower and lower, and it's hilarious. It's extremely graphic, with some of the violence and stuff like that, so definitely content warning, but it is amazing. It's one of my favorite book series I've ever read by far. I'm on book 6 right now out of the 7, and I love it. I love it so much. And obviously, as I go, I will kind of put some spoilers. There's going to be some spoilers as I go. And this is the announcement for it. And I'm super excited. And the book is by Matt Dinniman, by the way. The audiobooks, chef's kiss. Amazing. So if you're big into audiobooks or you like really creative ones, cannot recommend it enough. The narrator is a different type of voice than most people are thinking of, but it's amazing. And then essentially in the background of this entire series, the dungeon is run not just by the government of the universe known as the Syndicate, but it's also run by the AI. And the AI, essentially every season of Dungeon Crawler World, is insane. Or they at least start to go insane. So they'll start relatively calm at first, and then as the AI has to contend with all of like the violence and all of the people, the mobs, the government, the lawyers in the behind the scenes, the AI each book starts to like erode and lose its absolute mind. So it's amazing. If you've walked past it like I did so many times, read it. It is fantastic. It's one of my absolute favorite series, and I can't believe I waited so long to read it. But this is the announcement for the LEGO project. So essentially, I'm working through height. Level 1's not too bad. Level 2's not going to be too bad. As we go, it gets more advanced. The third floor is going to be a nightmare. But that's many hours, many dollars away from what this project is probably going to do to me. But I'm excited. I cannot wait. A Lego diagram of every level of Dungeon Crawler Carl is definitely my most ambitious project yet. It's going to be tough to get a lot of the minifigures and a lot of the bosses and a lot of, everything kind of situated in a way that I'm going to like, but I'm going to do the best I can. And obviously, if you guys have read the series, feel free to leave any comment that you can under this, future videos, any criticism. Like, listen, I will do my best. There are not heart-shaped boxers or heart-detailed boxers in the LEGO world, but there's one that's close. In a book where there's demons and all these alien races and some stuff I'll probably have to cut out. It's amazing. I'm super excited, and I definitely don't know what I'm getting into, but I don't know how long it's going to be yet. I'm kind of looking at like the length of a bookshelf, so around 3 to 4 feet long. I almost think it needs to be longer, but I can also go up, and I'm going to incorporate as much as I can. I will never get all of it. It's impossible to squeeze 900 pages of a book into a 4 foot by whatever height. It's going to be tough, but I'm super excited. I've never done an announcement for a project before, and I have been working hard, writing notes, like literally taking notes during these books and saying, this is what I want it to look like. And it's amazing. I have not enjoyed a book series this much in so long. I would say the Fourth Wing series really entrapped me in, and I loved it. But this is a whole different world. So I'm super excited to create Dungeon Crawler Carl in Lego. I think it's going to be cool. I'm beyond excited to try and tackle this huge project. And again, if you guys are interested in these, I cannot recommend them enough. They are amazing. They're super creative. Again, a lot of language, a lot of violence, but it's going to be awesome. So that's going to do it for this, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. Again, I know it's not the most exciting intro in the world, but I've started to gather some of the pieces I'm going to need. I don't know how much this is going to be split up. In terms of if the first floor is one massive I took months to build video, or if I'm going to do it in little increments, but definitely excited for it. But yeah, the most exciting and biggest Lego project I've ever done. So yeah, I'm going to be a madman, and I'm super excited to do so. So thank you guys so much. If you want to check out my other work, whether it's Legos or video games and everything else that I work on, anything from the horror series to the Legos behind me, I will have links to a bunch of it below. But thank you all so much for joining me. You can feel free to like, comment, subscribe, give me notes, recommendations. If you put spoilers, just put a note on it. That's all I ask. Try and avoid spoilers for future videos, unless you're asking how are you going to do a specific thing, and even then, try and put a spoiler warning for it if you do put comments. Just for everybody's sake. Even mine, I'm not done with the series. I don't want to know. But I'm definitely interested as we get further and further in. It's going to be really challenging, but hey, I got a lot of people hopefully that are going to be able to bounce ideas back and forth. But I'm super excited. This has been the announcement for creating Lego Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm super excited, and I can't wait. So thank you all so much for joining me for this little project announcement, and I'll get started right after this.